Board. So on behalf of the Pulse Research team, I would like to welcome you to the WNPA webinar this afternoon. And what we're going to focus on is how you can get back some of your lost advertising. You know, as I mentioned just a second ago, I was a publisher once of 7 newspapers, but my gosh, I never faced the challenges you guys face today. But I'm really proud to be part of the Pulse team now because we are absolutely committed to doing everything we possibly can to assist and support you. We care. It's so important that we make sure that going forward, that every single community has a strong, viable, independent local community newspaper that has that reporter, sitting at the table at the city council meeting, the school board meeting, et cetera, to hold them accountable. Our ability to be the watchdog of the public. Anyways, that's my passion and my mission. Unfortunately, the reality is today, all of you are experiencing catastrophic decreases in revenue. I want to point out and just underscore, I mean, you're obviously aware, but underscore the why of it all. Businesses, the local businesses in your community are experiencing extreme economic uncertainty because of COVID-19. That's never happened before. Business people, and I've made thousands of four-legged sales calls, they always have a pretty good sense of what's going to be happening next week, next month, et cetera, because they've got history to go by. That's all changed. COVID-19 has literally changed everything. So they don't know what's going to be happening tomorrow, next week, et cetera. And I think you'd agree with me, there's tremendous uncertainty. But when businesses are uncertain and they're scared, what do? It's only natural to cancel their advertising. Why? It's easier than laying off people, and they can't cancel their rent in many cases. So they go, I'll cancel my advertising. And unfortunately, once again, the reason is the extreme impact on their business, COVID-19 and the economic uncertainty of that. Carolyn Bess, who I hope's with us this afternoon, I know she signed up, over there in Moses Lake. She shared this, this thought with me, and I thought it really said everything. A shopping survey, current shopping survey, would really help our local businesses. I love her words, freaking out right now. It would also help us be viewed as that trusted advisor who is there to help them, the businesses, navigate through these unprecedented times. Thank you, Carol. I mean, you stated it so well. This is our moment where the local businesses, every single one of them, literally in your community, from retail to service, need us because, once again, there's no history to this. It's total uncertainty. They want somebody that they can trust, you, the local newspaper, to assist and support them with information in the near term about a potential number of customers, in other words, shopping for their business. And that's why Pulse, about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, decided to do the COVID-19 Impact Shopping Survey. Why? Because we realized that all of the shopping patterns and research that we had done were blown up. I mean, we just completed the Pulse of America survey at the end of January, but it was no longer valid because the reality is everything changed. And so we decided, totally free, complimentary to the industry, to do a new survey, focusing on shopping over the next 3 months for over 200 business categories to provide you the information to assist and support your local businesses who really need it. All we did was ask the questions the businesses would ask. The questions a realtor would ask, a furniture store, a lumber yard, a car dealer. We just asked their questions. And with the help of WNPA and others across the country, we got a phenomenal sample. In Washington State alone, we have over 4,500 completed shopping surveys. They weren't short surveys. They're about 35 to 40 minutes long because we wanted to get the information for every conceivable category of business in each one of your communities. So you see on the map here, each of the little blue dots is a zip code, not a survey response, but meaning there might be, 20, 30, 40 completed, surveys with each one of those zip codes. So we got an extremely balanced and representative sample across the state of Washington. So thank you for promoting the survey, and thank you, Fred and WNPA, for your support in promoting the survey. So what we have available for you right now for your Pulse sales tools is two different data sets. One is daily newspapers in Washington, their shopping patterns. And number two is weekly newspaper shopping data. And for some of our clients in Washington, they will have their own individual shopping data because they got a sample of over 400. And so just in quick summary, the survey was conducted for you to get information about your audience's shopping patterns, because that is what the businesses desperately want today. And they are so appreciative of somebody like you having that information that is timely, usable, actionable to assist and support them to get some insight into the next 3 months with individual businesses. And here's the great news. Are you ready? It's significant, the shopping that's in the pipeline. It is extremely encouraging. We identified, by the way, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but that's okay. We identified 51 business categories that will have an increase in shopping because of COVID-19. Many of them relate to home-related businesses, like, lumberyard, landscapers, home remodeler and stuff like that, because people are sheltering at home. And so the survey information is the foundation. Now, let me go into a couple of things that Pulse is doing to assist and support you. Number one, absolutely no charge, supplying you with the Washington COVID shopping information, either for the daily database or the weekly database. Having been a suburban publisher, I'd go for the weekly database. It's available in a PDF format. We've also put together a user's guide. It's kind of a conversational walkthrough, of the survey and how to use it. Most important, we're offering to any WNPA members complimentary use of our Pulse sales tools through this period of uncertainty, which we hope will be an end, by the end of July. These tools, particularly when you're working from home, will make it a heck of a lot easier for you to access this significant amount of data and very quickly be able to show that local business person what's the opportunity based on your audience in number of households you reach. You're going to shop at a lumberyard, who are going to use a realtor, for instance, who are going to go to buy furniture, okay? And then the fourth thing we're providing, and all this is complimentary, is I put together a little video on my 5 recommendations on how to use this information, to get back some of your lost revenue. And many of those points I'll be covering this afternoon. So if you'd like the information and support from Pulse, just go to pulseresearch.com/support. Bottom line is friends help friends. I founded Pulse 35 years ago. I am so appreciative of how good the industry has been to me. I love this industry, and I want to do everything I can to support each and every one of you. And so we're offering the Pulse tools, the research, the guides, how to use videos, totally complimentary. Now let's go into some of the recommendations on using the Washington COVID-19 shopping research and the complimentary Pulse sales tools to get back some of your lost revenue. Here's my recommendation number one. And excuse me, I'm putting back on my old ad director hat. I worked 13 years in the business, suburban group around Portland. Started out as an ad rep, and then ad director, and then marketing manager, et cetera, and then ultimately publisher. But anyway, so let's say I was back in the business. Here's the number one recommendation I would have for you guys and for my team. Number one is friends help friends. Retention. Your team, you individually, you've got long-term relationships with these businesses. They are your friends. You need to help them right now. I would suggest make a list of every single business that's friends, that is advertising with you, and darn it, get out there right now and share the opportunity in number of households you reach who are going to shop at their business. Fill the uncertainty, that black hole, with a positive message of opportunity that'll be so encouraging for them, and they will appreciate it so much because they're scared. Like Carolyn Beth said, they're freaking out. And so I'm going to go over a couple of our tools that are available on a complimentary basis to assist and support you. Number one is the Pulse Teaser. Pulse Teaser is really simple. It's the big number. And so just with a click, and I'll go live in a second and show you how to do it, you can create a talking point like this, and you're working from home. You just say to, the lumberyard, I thought you might be interested. No, we ask the same questions you would ask. There's such uncertainty now. You plan to shop at a lumberyard in the next 3 months. Here's what we found out. There's 5,460 households we reach are going to shop at a lumberyard. Would you like to know more about what they plan to buy? And of course, they're going to say yes because they don't know. And by the way, how is this calculated? The program automatically does it. The COVID survey documented the percentage. In this example here, 35.8% shop at a lumberyard. In this example here, 15,250 households. It's just multiplying the two together. So for instance, if your paper has 10,000 households you reach, that's 3,580 households shop at a lumberyard. Okay? And if it's 1,000 households that you reach with your publication, that's huge news. Why? Because 35.8% of 1,000 households you reach, that's 358 households who are going to shop at a lumberyard that you reach in the next 3 months. Put yourself in the shoes of that lumberyard. They would love to hear that. And so the Pulse Teaser gives you the talking point over the phone. And in the Pulse Teaser, we put together some recommended words to say. But ultimately, it's about what's in it for them. The number of households you reach, and the good news is the program, once at the end, does all the calculating for you. You'll notice here, built into when we set up the program for you, we load into the program your number of households reached with print, with digital, TMC, whatever your audiences are. That way, you can do the projection for any business category based upon your audience. So you're able to say, we reach 2,333 local households who plan to shop at a paint store. Would you like to know more about their plans? Exterior paint, interior paint, things like that. They're going to say, yeah, of course. And so right at your fingertips in the Pulse Teaser are the words to say on the phone, or you click and there's what email we put together, an example email. I'll show you that in just a second. The next thing, and this is from the COVID survey, we asked of your readers, what would you like to see from local businesses? And look at this, very clear statement of what your readers want in terms of information from local businesses. There's so many unknowns. Like, what services do you offer today? What are your new services? Are you doing anything online? What's the general status? What are your hours? So if I had, a list of clients, once again, I would share with them, you got to reach out and share, the information about your business with your existing customers, but also your prospective customers. And my next recommendation, and this is so important today, in your Pulse tools, and I'll show it to you in just a second, we've created a break-even calculator. And why is this important today? The uncertainty, the fear, the financial risk. Businesses are looking at every penny tighter than ever. And what does this do? And I'll show it to you live in just a second again. It just calculates out based upon their input on what their customer value is, along with what their cost of goods is. So what is the percentage of the furniture store average customer? What's the furniture cost? 65%. So in this example, they make $700. But here's what's so positive. All they need is 18 customers, in this case over 52 weeks, to pay for a $12,000 campaign. Not a big deal. It's just taking $700, their net customer value, into the campaign. And you come up with 18. And this is a comfort to that business to retain them. Well, I think I'm going to, I'm going to cancel. Oh, just a second. You reinforce that in that lumberyard example, you got 358 households with 1,000 circulation publication. They're going to shop at the lumberyard, and a $12,000 campaign. Assuming this is, the numbers for lumberyard. All you need is 18 out of 356. And what they realize is it's doable. It's not a big financial risk. So, end result is they make the decision to continue with you. So retention, number one recommendation, share with them the households you reach, you're going to buy at their business category. Number two is share with them what your audience needs in terms of information. And number three is show them how few customers they need. All of this is in your Pulse program, and you've got the data right now. Now, recommendation number two, let's get back some lost advertising, okay? I would suggest, putting on my ad director hat once again, contact every one of those darn businesses who canceled or cut back on their advertising and share with them the opportunity, the good news, the encouragement about what you can deliver in potential customers over the next 3 months. And I chose for our example this afternoon a furniture store, because furniture shopping went down, oh my gosh, 50% from the survey we completed in January to the COVID survey right now. 50% drop in planned purchasing. But let's put that in perspective. With a 10,000 distribution publication, that's 960 households, almost 1,000 to shop at a furniture store. Even with 1,000 publication, that's 96 households going to shop at a furniture store in the next 3 months. It's good news. It's good news because it's more than they thought was there. And so that gets their attention and obviously gives them the confidence to start advertising again because they see the opportunity. And this is the second part of the Pulse tools. It's the flyer. It's kind of a super teaser, if you will. You'll notice in the flyer, it's got the big number, 960, going to shop at a furniture store. Where does it come from? 9.6% documented from the COVID shopping survey times the households you reach. Once again, that'll be built into your program. And there it is, 960. That's what's in it for them, the benefit. But the flyer takes it to the next step, goes into the planned purchasing in the next 3 months for the products and services that they sell. Like, okay, oh my gosh, there's 440 households who are going to buy living room furniture. 260 are going to buy reclining chair. And this is based on the COVID-19 research. So, summary, there's an opportunity there. I remember once, right after 9/11, I made a presentation to a travel agency. She said, are you crazy? I'm not going to advertise. And we got to talking about, is it going to go to zero? And she said, no, it's not going to go to zero. And she figured out, with my help and the research, et cetera, that there's still going to be, about 25, 30%. Bottom line is there's business there they don't even know is there. Let's show them the light. They need us. They are so appreciative because they don't know right now the uncertainty. And then again, I would also, to get back these canceled or cut campaigns, once again, use the Pulse break-even tool to show them how few customers they need. Take away the financial fear. And so many times when I've used this, and you can do it over the phone, by the way, you can, they say, well, that's a no-brainer. Let's do this. Okay. So now recommendation number 3 is we identified, as I mentioned a moment ago, 51 business categories that'll have increased shopping because of COVID-19. And many of these businesses relate to the home, like building supply store, up 39% since last January. Plant nursery, up 49%. A neighborhood grocery store, oh my gosh, up 136%. So right on the home page of the Pulse tools is a link to these business categories, which I'll show you here in just a second. Okay, so now I wanted to quickly go over a couple of things because the reality is most of you are working from home, to show you how you can use these Pulse tools from home to engage with these businesses, to number 1, to retain, number 2, to get back, or number 3, to get new business, for your publication. So I'm going to go over the program, including the teaser, how to email, and we've got a little call planner, little organization tool we have for you. Let me click here and we'll go to the Pulse site. And by the way, if you'd like to take a look at it, it's pulseresearch.com. And then if you'd like to have us set up a complimentary site for you, that I mentioned before is with our compliments, through this period of uncertainty, all you have to do is let us know, pulseresearch.com/support. Okay? If you want to see it right now, go to pulseresearch.com. Username password is salesplan, salesplan, SALESPLAN. Okay, so now let's take a quick tour. Okay? So you're working from home. So suggestion number one is, let's go here to the business guide. And what it'll bring up for us here is a list of businesses, and starting with my personal list of 25 business categories that I would suggest you contact. And so let's just pick one of those here if we might, okay? Let's go down here and we'll pick on hardware store. You notice you got your list. It shows you what the shopping is, what the percentage change is, and all you have to do is just click on find. Okay, so we click on find, okay? And then up will come a map with, in this case, hardware stores. And it'll be localized for your area. To change your area, all you have to do is put in your own zip code here or put in your community name. Okay, so simple as that. And then I'll show you a couple things here, and then we'll get into some of the examples. My suggestion, I'm going to cover a couple things at once, is my suggestion is let's create, you're working from home and kind of help you organize, let's create a call list. So I'm going to click here, add to call plan, add to call plan, add to call plan. Because I'm working from home. I want to create my own prospect list, my call list, for the day or for the week. And the other thing is, since we're here, you can just click on create and you can create a teaser or a flyer. Okay? So as simple as that. But let's go up here to our call plan and we could click on call plan. And now right at our fingertips, once again, to assist and help you in terms of organization is your list of businesses that you want to contact, okay? And as I said a moment ago, my internet can be excruciatingly slow from time to time because I'm in the Coast Mountains. Bear with me a second here. We're waiting for the call plan to come up. There we go. Okay, and what it'll do is provide me with a list, that I had tagged, and then let me show you what you can do with it. So you've got a list of businesses right at your fingertips, and then you can just come in here, it says add activity, you can keep track of your progress with that business. First of all, the call type. It was a phone call. You're probably not making, person-to-person calls. It was a cold call, a business call. What did you present? Print and digital. What's your next action? Contract, yay. Okay, when? And you can put in, a specific time. You can add it to your Google Calendar, whatever, and just log that activity. So as simple as that, right at your fingertips, is a little organizational tool that's part of your Pulse program. Now let's go into and talk about some of the specific engagement tools, starting with the teaser. So I've added a business, to my list. Let's go down here to Edward Jones, and we'll click on View Teaser. And what it'll do is it'll automatically create the teaser for you. When we set up your complimentary program, we'll put in your various audience options for you. Why? Because we want to show the business what you can deliver for them based on your audience. You've got multiple audience advertising options. Print only, print and digital, maybe TMC print, et cetera, et cetera. And so you have that. You click on the one you want. It creates the teaser for you. So here are the words to say, okay? Financial planning. We ask the questions you would ask, Mr. Stockbroker. We got 761 local households who plan to get a new or changed stockbroker in the next 3 months. Would you like to know more about their investment plan? And say, yeah, of course, because they don't know. You can click on what to email, and you can cut and paste, and it gives you a template that you can edit, personalize it, or what to print. And you can, and by the way, everything Pulse does is a web page. So all you have to do is just cut and paste the web address. Now let's take a quick look at the flyer, kind of the super teaser that I recommended. You click here on View Flyer, and it automatically creates it for you. Pretty sweet. And once again, let's say you're on the phone, you get their attention. Yeah, I'd like to know more. Well, are you at your computer? Yeah, let me email over to you the link to the presentation with more details. You just cut and paste the web address of your flyer and email it over to them. The other thing I might suggest you do is get a free Zoom or GoToMeeting, webinar. So you can engage like I'm doing right here with you and show them in real time, the engagement, okay? And so once again, with a business who is a current ongoing customer, please, please, please create a flyer for them. Simple and fast. Let's go back here. I'm going to go to the home page and show you how fast you can do that. On your home page, you can type in the name of a business. I'm just going to type in State Farm. Good typing, huh? Okay, and up will come, and you can type in the actual name of a business, and up would come Terry Wendt. You just click over here on the navigation dots, and look at that. You just click on Flyer, okay? And you need to put in the type of business it is. It's insurance, and click on Insurance. So as simple as fast as that. And there's your flyer that you can email to them. So you can do a search right off of your home page. And let me go back here to the home page, if I might. You can also click on Accounts, and you can put in the name of the account. You click on Accounts, and then you can put in New Account and just fill out the information, and then you can create, a teaser flyer presentation. So it's simple as that. I know I'm covering a lot, but one of the things I want to quickly drop down to and show you is, in the Pulse program, we have the Pulse training and certification. Before COVID hit, Pulse had put together a training certification program. And what we have for you is a video and assignments for each step of the sales process with the Pulse tool. So where does the research come from? Prospecting, the call planner, user engagement, get in the appointment, flyer, needs analysis, one-page presentation, how to close, spec ads, etc. By the way, if you have Metro's creative graphics, let us know that, because we have a partnership with Metro, and we can build right into your program the ad wizard for you. Okay, now let me go back to the beginning here, if I might. So back to the dashboard. So I've showed you the teaser and the flyer. Number one recommendation, existing businesses, get together with them first. Confirm, retain. And all you have to do is set up an account for them or type in their name here and create a teaser. I would recommend a flyer. Next, for the businesses who cancel, same thing. Set up an account for them, or you can come in, you can find them on a map, okay? Then I would certainly suggest the prospecting for the business categories that are new potential. Click on the business guide once again. Up will come a list of businesses. And we've also put together an extended list who we would suggest you contact. And each one of the business categories has a link to businesses within that category. And once again, when we set up the program, the complimentary program for you, it'll default to your own local area. So the businesses that pop up on the map will be businesses in your area. And then all you have to do is just click, on the map, and then click on Create Teaser or click Flyer. Now I want to show you the closing tool. I had mentioned and highly recommend that you use it. You're on your home page, and you just click here on Closing. And this is what I would suggest you do, is that you could share this with them like in a Zoom webinar or over the phone. Let's figure out what's comfortable for you and number of customers to retain your program, or start a new consistent program, okay? So let's say we've got a $6,000 campaign, 52 weeks. What is the customer value at your lumberyard? What would a household spend over the next 12 months? Well, $1,500. Okay, what is your cost of goods? Well, 75%. You make $375 per customer. Sounds about right. So all you need is just 16 customers, just 16. over the next 52 weeks. Remember the example? 1,000 distribution, I think it was 358 households with 1,000 distribution publication in Washington. 358 households you wish you could shop at a lumberyard. All they need is 16. That's a little over one a month, pay for the campaign based upon their net customer value. That's why this is so effective. Because I think you'll agree with me that every single business is totally paranoid about money, cost. They're in dire straits right now, but they need to see the light, so to speak. They want good news. They want the positive, what's going to be happening for my business category, over the next 3 months. And that's why we put together the research for you and offering the complementary tools. So, kind of in summary, is number one, with our compliments, the research is available to you. If you'd like us to set up the Pulse sales tools for you, and let me go back here, if I might, to the program there. There we go. Let me go back here so it's up on your screen. Go to pulseresearch.com/support. Okay? And there's, a little guide there, a little worksheet to give us the information to set up these complimentary programs for you. If I can help in any way, Marling, M-A-R-L-I-N-G, at paper.net. Marling@paper.net. Pulse support is support@pulseresearch.com. For those of you who are Pulse clients, I appreciate so much your business and the opportunity to assist and support you during these very challenging times. For those of you who aren't Pulse clients, we want to help you. Complimentary with the research and the Pulse tools, for the period of this uncertainty. And the reason for that is, I was a publisher once. It is so darn important that a community paper has somebody at that city council meeting. The community newspaper is the very essence of community. So thank you again on behalf of the Pulse team. Thank you, Fred, WNPA, for the opportunity to assist and support you. We're just an email away if we can help and support. And if you'd like, to use our programs, pulseresearch.com support. Thank you very much and have a very nice afternoon.